Hello, hello, hello. It's Bershan, and get ready to buckle up with Bershan. In today's podcast, we are going to talk about the Me Too movement, but Me Too meaning we celebrate each other as women, the power of women helping women. Today's show and our next show will do just that. Celebrate amazing and powerful women who soar. We are Wonder Woman. We are amazing. We are inspirational, motivational, and we are bosses. So that's why I'm doing this show, because the person who is on this show is so amazing to me. And let me tell you about women that have inspired me and why we're so powerful. I went to Syracuse University. And I remember, because if you know Bershan, you know she has a big mouth, she has a big personality, she will challenge you, she will stand up and speak up. And I remember standing up in my classroom and asking a question, challenging the professor. And a young gentleman after class said, "Well, why did you do that? Was it really needed?" And at first I was a little bit angry, but I said, "Well, I'm paying my money just like you. And if I want to ask questions to get to know something, I should be able to do it. I should be able to challenge the teacher." I mean, the teacher isn't the end all be all. She's teaching us. Right. And then I went to the teacher after class, and she said to me, "Don't you ever play small in your life." Aww. She said, "Don't you ever dim your light for someone else to make someone else feel good and happy. You can ask the question, you can challenge me, you can debate me, because you're right. I'm just a teacher, and I have a viewpoint just like you." And I took that message after the class, and I was like, wow. I wrote that in my journal that night. Don't ever dim your light for someone else.
Now, did she pass you?
I did pass, right? So that was the most important part.
Right. I just wanted to make sure. She's like,
Exactly. Did she pass you? So this is my girl. You hear her right now. Her name is Tori Hart. Yes.
Hi.
She is a comedian. She's an actress. She's a businesswoman. She is a friend. She has a heart of gold. And let me tell you, when you meet her, you will know that you can connect with her on any angle, because she is real and genuine. What's up, Tori?
How you doing?
Hey, lady. How are you?
I'm good.
Now, let me tell you, first and foremost, she is a friend. I met her probably when did we meet?
In August.
In August.
Yes.
I met her in August about 7 months ago, and we connected.
Right.
Like immediately.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, wow, I've known her all of my life.
Right. We hung out the whole night. Our friends was looking like, wait, he invited y'all.
Exactly.
I was like, you can't help when you connect with somebody.
And we were doing too much. But
well, doing too much is not too much.
I know, and it's not that bad, is it?
It's not. It's not when you live in life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you are an inspiration to others. You're amazing. You're a mom. You're everything. Let's go with, you're a comedian. How did you want to become a comedian? Because that's a tough business.
Very, very tough. To be honest with you, I got class clown in high school. I've always been cracking jokes. I mean, I used to do it since I was about 6 years old. That's just who I was in the family. And then, it's the weirdest thing, but I ended up meeting my ex-husband. For people who don't know, my ex-husband is Kevin Hart. And, we ended up meeting at community college in Philadelphia. And so just God putting the two of us together, one jokester. And from there, at the time he was selling sneakers, and, then he jumped into comedy. And I had been going to comedy clubs already. So I always loved comedy. But I didn't realize, oh, okay, this is why God has led me down this path, and why I was class clown and everything else. And so I started going to shows. I was at his first show with him. And then from there, he said I was his good luck charm because he got a standing ovation. And so I was there at almost every show studying. I was so in love with comedy. I would sit there and watch. And then if a comedian would come off stage, I'd be like, you know what, maybe you should try to tweak the joke this way, and maybe it'll hit a little harder this way. And so during that time, I didn't know that I was going to be doing comedy myself. But like I said, God had me in a position to where I was along that journey studying and learning, not realizing he was prepping me for what I was going to do.
Oh.
And so I know, it's crazy.
I love that. Not realizing that God was prepping you for what you wanted to do.
Right. And so, and I used to sit with Kevin, and we would bounce stuff off of each other all the time. And then, we would come up with tags and different things. And So then I was like, you know what? I was an actress because we met in a theater arts class. I always was an actress. I did that throughout my whole life. And I decided one day, I was like, you know what? I want to try comedy. Like, I really feel like I could do it.
Wow.
I was studying it and I was like, I want to do it. I want to try it.
This is my journey.
Yeah, I want to do it. And of course, at first he was just taken back by it. And so, of course, I did it when he was out of the country.
Oh, so hold on. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Because two things. Were you guys jokesters together in class? Were you class clowns together joking all the time?
Not really, because that class was more of a serious class.
Okay.
So not really, but outside of class, yes.
Oh,
Yes,
outside
that's
of class,
all-
always
yeah.
joking, always having
Always.
fun. So you had a
Right.
fun relationship.
Yeah, of course.
Jokester.
Yeah.
But you said something that was important. You said he was taken aback when you wanted to be a comedian.
Right, because it's a man. First of all, it's a male-dominated field.
Okay.
And most men, they're like, "Your girl wants to do comedy." They're laughing, they're making fun of him. It low key. It is probably a little embarrassing because when we got together, who knew? Well, who knew he was going to do comedy? Number one,
Right.
Because I didn't know.
Right.
And then number two, being around, it's like, oh wow, okay, like I like this. Like it really like. I really enjoyed it to the point where, I was driving back and forth to New York. I was living in
wow.
Philly with him at the time. And so I would be like, okay, no, we're driving. I'd drive back and forth with him to New York and, Delaware, Virginia. You know what I mean?
And
So-
this was him performing
yeah, this was
at
him
this
performing.
time. And
yeah.
you weren't performing, you were just studying, sitting back.
Supporting.
Supporting.
I was supporting, but I didn't realize I was really studying.
Oh.
Yeah, I was studying the craft.
Wow. So you were
Yeah.
studying the craft. And so at no time, you never really said, Kevin, I want to do this.
No, it's just one day I just was looking at this female on stage, and I will admit I was like, she's not funny. And I was like, and it just so happened at that time it was a female,
Yeah.
and because I'm a female, so I'm looking at her and I'm just like, that wasn't that funny.
Yeah.
Like,
I know those.
Yeah,
when
you know.
see somebody, you're like, that's not really that funny.
And I shouldn't have thought like that though, looking back, because when I first got on stage, let me tell you, I bombed a few times. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it's different when you have this opinion
Right.
and when you're actually doing it yourself.
Yeah.
So once I was like, but I know my jokes are good. I was like, they're just hating on me or whatever. But I had to learn, like, no, you really have to. It's a difference between being funny off the stage and getting on that stage and actually making people laugh.
Now, what's that difference? Because I got to tell you, I know so many people who want to go into comedy and they think they're funny because they're funny off stage. But when you're on stage,
Right.
tell us that difference, off stage and on stage.
Well, number one, the spotlight is directly on you, and people are expecting you to make them laugh. When you're off stage, you can, if you're not funny, who cares? Because
Yeah.
it's
point.
there's no pressure.
Right.
But when they're coming to pay their hard-earned money and they expect, there's people who's had bad days at work. There's somebody who could have just died in their family, and they're coming to you to uplift their spirit. So they're expecting you to come and bring the funny. So it's a job. You have to make sure that you're bringing the funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
You hear that? You have to make sure. So everyone out there, it is work, it's a job,
Right.
and it takes dedication and perseverance. It's not
Yes.
just, okay, I'm funny off stage, let me just go get on stage and let me. So
No.
now Tori, when did it happen? So how many years was this that you were supporting Kevin?
Wow, it was a long time because, and of course I had been working with him too. I mean, we did sketches together, and
Okay.
we had a reality show. It didn't make it to air, unfortunately, but we shot a commercial together.
Okay.
We shot a commercial together for Google.
Oh,
So
wow.
I was doing my own thing too. I had national commercials. I was the commercial queen. I kept booking commercials. And then that's another thing. I thought, like, okay, wow. So this comedy I know will help me with my acting and with other parts of my life. So that was another reason why I was like, I know it'll give me the confidence and give me more of a drive that I need. So I would say I was probably Heaven was about 1. So it had been almost about 8 years.
Oh wow, 8 years
Yeah,
that
it was
you were
about 8 years.
supporting him, and then and you were married by now.
Yeah, we were married.
Okay,
yeah.
and then when was the I'm going to do this? Was it while you were married or when you?
While we were married. I opened up for him several times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, no one knew you opened up for him. That's good.
Opened up for him several times.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. So you got your feet wet and you did all of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, this your story sort of reminds me of my story in that for a long time, I was married, I was dating someone, a successful man, and then married, but I never really shined in my marriage because I was supportive.
Right.
I was supporting him, and it was all about him and him and his success and helping him. And I know as women, since this episode is about powerful women, how we push through, we sometimes play the back seat and play the back seat role with our relationship instead of moving forward in our dreams while they're moving forward. How do you feel about that?
I think sometimes it's a financial situation, So in my situation, he was the breadwinner, and so we had when I got pregnant with my daughter and then I got pregnant with my son. So it's like, well, if he's the breadwinner right now, okay, it's only right I take the back seat and raise the kids, you know.
Right.
But when there was opportunities that I could do something and still have the kids right here or get some help, then I would do them. But of course, I couldn't travel on the road with him anymore because we have two
babies.
Toddlers.
Right.
Yeah, so it's hard, and there would be times when we would, but it was super hard. So it was kind of like understood, like I got to pay these bills. You're making money, but you're not making the money that's going to pay these LA bills.
Right.
So
different bills.
Right. Different set of bills out here.
And then Philly. Yeah.
Right. Philly, I was handling the bills in Philly.
Yeah.
Because he had started, and I was like, okay, babe, I got it. I was making a little money working at the phone company,
Right.
I was like, I got
handling
you,
the family.
Right. So, but out here in LA, I was like, you know what, let me go ahead. And I studied and I trained while I was still waiting for my opportunity. I went to my acting classes. I went to my voiceover classes. I took several comedy courses and went to training 101. So I still was doing the work, even though I wasn't like on the road. And
I love that.
Yeah.
You see that? She was still doing the work.
Behind the scenes.
The scenes. And that's what I love. Don't give it up. You can still be doing the work.
Right.
Training and prepping.
Gotta do the work.
And so the one time it was like, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And then did it just go full force?
Well, it was, I never forget this because I got on stage at the Ha Ha. That's where I first started in North Hollywood. And, I fell in love with it. I was like, oh, wow, because I had been writing. And I was like, that joke really worked. So I went ahead and did it. And then from there, I would be at open mics like at least 4 times a week. And just getting comfortable with being on stage in front of people, number one. And, because that's the most thing. Once you're confident and you're comfortable, that is the main thing with comedy. Then you can deliver anything and people will find anything you say pretty much funny.
Okay, Tori, we have some callers right here.
Oh.
They are listening to you and the phone lines are lighting up. Hello, caller. Can you say your name, please?
Hi, Bershan. This is Jamie in Pennsylvania.
Oh, Jamie from Pennsylvania.
Hey, Jamie.
Hello, Jamie. How are you? Now, what would you like to ask?
So well. Well, I had a question for Tori regarding just fame and family life. I imagine it's probably kind of odd for a child, but I was just wondering if her children realized how famous their parents are.
Well, not me, but they dad. I don't want that level of fame. I'll be honest. I still want to be able to go out and shop at Walmart and not get harassed. So, but their dad for sure, they know because they get over with a lot of things when they need to. I mean, when they're with me, they know we're going to wait in a few lines. But when they're with their dad, they like, when we're with dad, we don't wait in certain lines, Mom. And I say, yeah, well, I'm not your father, so I'm keeping you humble. So, yeah, so yeah, they definitely know for sure. Yeah. It's a good perk. I tell them, you don't know how blessed I made your life. Just remember, I created you.
Exactly.
I tell them that all the time.
Let them know I created you. Yeah.
Right, I chose your dad. Okay? Remember that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jay. Was that it?
That was my question. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. You know what, Tori? That's a good segue. You're very humble. You're very real. And do you feel, and your kids now have a really famous father. Have they, as raising kids, is it hard to have, they come with you one week, they come with him. Is it hard to sort of balance it? Because you got now, you and him, I mean, I don't know the different lifestyle, but I'm sure, with the fame and the,
Right.
PR and always is it hard to like bring them back to reality, or your kids are now, they're just real? It doesn't
No,
matter.
I don't play that.
You don't play that.
I don't, and honestly, neither does their dad. You
Okay.
know, I mean, now granted, at his house, they got private chef, they fly private jets. At my house, no, we take the plane. They're like, Mom, who's all these people on our plane? I'm like, it's commercial, girl. So,
Right. It's called American Airlines.
right.
Right.
I'm giving them a lift. But so I like to keep them grounded. I like that they, and don't get me wrong, I live a very good life. I'm super blessed, and I thank God for everything that I have. But it's definitely different. But, he does keep them grounded, and I keep them very grounded. Like, I still put them on punishment. They still do chores. They still have to be very respectful.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm like, no, I send them back east every summer, and I make sure they hit up the hood. I'm like, y'all need to know what it's like. This is where your mom and dad came from.
I love that.
So, this is, you have a very blessed life, so don't forget that. So.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's so good, because kids, I feel like parents don't let their kids know where they came from. It's like this lifestyle that they're in, but they don't really realize the struggle and where we came from. So I love that you said I send them back east. Now, another thing, do your kids want to become comedians or anything in the entertainment? I mean, two parents in entertainment?
Yeah. Well, Heaven already said she wants to be an actress.
Oh, wow.
She's funny. She's just.
Is she?
I can't even keep up with her sometimes. She start getting me. I'm like, you know what? I'm your mother. Be quiet. That's what I gotta hit her with.
Yeah.
She's like, that's all you got, Mom? You don't have a comeback? I said, no. I'm your mother. Be quiet. That's how witty she is. I'm like, she's so quick. So I'm like, but I can only say because she get it honestly. And my son, he's still finding his way. He's only 12.
Okay, he's 12.
Yeah. So.
Oh, what? Okay, we have another caller.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. Okay, please, Tori, the phones are lighting up.
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Yeah, this is Laura from Miami.
Hi, Laura.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
I have a question for you.
Oh, please, go ahead. Ask Tori the question, please.
Is it for me? Or
Is
you?
it for, or is it for me?
You.
How you and your ex get along?
Oh, we're great. You'll never argue with the money, girl.
Never argue with the money.
Listen, I'm a smart woman, okay?
Yeah,
I mean, the man is worth $100 and some million. Why am I gonna argue with him?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Don't do it. I'm glad she knows.
Look, my man raised no fools.
Right.
No, but on a serious note, we do get along great. We've known each other since we were 19 and 20, so we have like a history. Like, and don't get it twisted. There's been ups and downs, just like any relationship, but like. When it comes to our children and co-parenting, we always know how to bring it back and put the kids first. So I think, are you a divorcee or do you co-parent?
Yes, divorcing, and that's why I asked the question.
Okay, so how do you get along with your ex?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's
yes.
awesome. I honestly try to tell I encourage it because I'm like, at the end of the day, it's about the kids more than anything. The kids don't need to see their parents at odds because it really affects them. We may not realize it, but my kids, they pick up on everything. And so even when we're at soccer games, when it's Thanksgiving, when it's the birthday parties, they like to see us, hug each other when we first see each other. Or, like my son just had a birthday party and he grabbed me and his father and was like, I love you guys. Yes.
Really? Yeah.
So it's like they don't, that's not, they shouldn't have to endure because we couldn't work out romantically. You know what I'm saying? So we always make sure we keep the kids first. And that's where we both are on the same page.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much for your answer.
No problem.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. I really love that. And I want the listeners to hear that because half the people in America are divorcees, right?
Right.
But they need to understand what you said is so powerful. We're doing it for the kids. So when you come up together, you guys hug each other. Hey, how are you doing? That's so important because people want to fight and want to argue and want to hate each other. But it really does affect the kids.
It does. And like I said, it took us time, to get here. Like, because we would have our moments. I mean, we we always kept it together, but we would sometimes have moments where it's like, no, I don't agree with that, and we would go back and forth. But then when we really sat there, and when we were even going through the divorce, we both said we have to keep it together for the kids, if anything else, because I know I don't come from a product of divorce. My parents have been married for almost 50 years.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so I know the dynamic, and that was my main thing. I did not want to go through that, so I made it clear that I am going to make sure we do everything for the children.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. And so, okay, because you are a businesswoman, you are actually, I mean, you have a new brand. This whole,
Yeah.
you have this keto diet. And tell us about this. I mean, look, she's a comedian, she's an actress, she's a businesswoman. She got a keto product. Tell us about this keto diet.
I will. Well, so here's the thing. Skinny Bish Keto is the name of my brand. And I started Skinny Bish Keto because, let's face it, I was living and was not eating properly and taking care of myself properly. So I put on a lot of weight. And, I had tried being vegan. I had tried being, paleo. I mean, you name it. I have every diet there is
Yeah.
in my pantry. I mean,
too,
I
girl.
got diet pills. I got herbal teas. I got detox teas. I'm a
Me
diet
too.
dealer. I just
I've been dieting for 20 years, girl.
right dieting right.
Like, oh, God.
So I said, well, if dieting is going to be a lifestyle, this is why I did it. I said, I might as well turn this into a lifestyle because I fell in love with keto.
Yes.
I mean, I started seeing, first of all, let me just explain. Some people who don't know what keto is. Keto is a high-fat, low-carb, no-sugar diet, pretty much.
High fat,
Yes.
no carb,
No carb.
low sugar diet.
Well, no sugar.
Oh, no.
Low carb.
So with keto, no sugar?
Yeah.
So can you not do fruit?
Well, you can do raspberries, you can do blueberries, kiwi, and a little bit of cantaloupe. There's a whole
Oh, really?
cheat sheet. Yeah.
And
there's a
so
list
nothing, so we know, no, okay.
But apples, no.
Really? No, okay.
Oranges, no.
Wow, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Okay,
Yeah.
so say it again with keto, because I know people don't know what this is. It's a
So it's a high-fat,
high
low
fat,
carb,
low carb,
no sugar
diet.
diet.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so keep going.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if I can do keto. Okay.
I mean, and yeah, you can't have pasta. You can't. I mean, there's keto pastas though. I mean,
Oh, it is? Okay.
And you can do a lot. There's a lot of substitutions. Like I make and oh, by the way, I have my recipe book, which is coming out soon too. And it's Skinny Bish Keto, 25 easy peasy recipes.
Ooh,
And
where
that's
can they
gonna-
find it?
So they'll be able to find that on my website, which is TORREIHART.com.
Okay.
It's going to be available on Amazon.
Okay.
Also, my Instagram page, which is Skinny Bish Keto, which is SKINNYBISHKETO. Or my Instagram, which is just Tori Hart, and there's a link right there in the bio. And the book is coming out actually March 2nd. So
Oh, March 2nd. That's around the corner.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks.
Oh, so
I'm
we have to.
excited.
We
Yeah.
are going to. We're going to put this on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere to support you, my
Right.
girl.
Thank
Skinny
you.
Bish Keto.
Skinny Bish Keto. And you'll see my before and afters. I was showing Bershan a picture earlier of my face on carbs and my face off of carbs.
Yes.
So you start, and I say to everybody before you try it, go to a doctor. Go to your before you try anything. Make
Yeah.
sure it's good for your body type.
Yeah.
I've tried everything. I'm a professional dieter, so I know how to do this.
Professional dieter.
Yes, I'm a professional. And this is what worked for me, and that's why I fell in love with it. And I feel great. Like my energy's through the roof. I'm working out. Life is good.
Life is good. Right. She's traveling the world. She's a
Right.
boss. She's
Yeah.
outgoing. This is my friend. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have to follow this Skinny Bish Keto.
Skinny Bish, yes, you
March
have to-
2nd. You
March
guys,
2nd,
You hear
yes.
it. Okay, now let's get down to dirty.
Okay.
The Tory, like, who are you dating, or are you dating, or
Ew.
like I know, but come on, girl. Okay, how long have
Ooh.
you been divorced? Like what, 5 years? 6
Girl,
years?
like 8, I think.
Okay, 8 years.
Yeah,
okay,
I done
okay.
lost track. But
Okay,
people
and-
still connect us so much. Like, I had a guy hit me up yesterday, like, your husband. I was like, that is not my husband. Like, sir.
They're still saying it.
They don't, people are not, I'm like, he has a whole nother
Ooh,
wife.
are they not remembering?
They just still connect us together for whatever reason.
Well, because you are so infectious, right? So that's the whole thing, that people love you. You know what? Your
Yeah.
energy, like, I don't know his wife, but I know
Right.
you, and I know like the minute I met you, we like
That's
boom.
focus energy.
I
Type
know.
Like,
Look, okay, we got another caller, girl. Okay, here we go. Another caller. Hello, hello, hello. They love you, Tori.
hi, caller.
No, hi, caller.
Hi, my name is Candace. I'm from Michigan.
Hi,
From
Candace.
Michigan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
Good. I was wondering what your favorite keto recipes are.
Oh, girl.
That's a good one.
Girl, listen.
Yeah, what's your recipe?
Okay, so you know I'm going to have to plug my book again.
Oh,
all right?
yeah. Skinny Bish Keto.
Skinny Bitch Keto, 25 easy peasy recipes from Tori Hart. And they're going to all be in there. But let me tell you, so I like to do this keto jambalaya, which instead of using rice, I use cauliflower, which is rice cauliflower, and it's with sausage, rice cauliflower, bell peppers, shrimp, and I also put kale. I love kale, so I put kale into my jambalaya too. And so right now, that would have to be my favorite keto recipe.
Ooh,
Yeah, so it's my.
jambalaya.
That sounds really good.
Are you on keto?
I tried to do it for a little bit and
Okay.
I fell off, and I want to try to get back onto it.
Okay, so did you see any results when you first tried it?
Not really, but I felt like I was only eating like a lot of bacon and a lot of sausage, so
see,
I
that's
felt like I
the
wasn't
thing.
really doing it how I should.
Okay, so that's the most common mistake. Most people think it's just, let me eat all this bacon and sausage and not really. So, and you probably might have been having too many calories because you still have to watch your portion size too. And there's, the healthy fats, which of course butter is really considered a healthy fat, but you could do avocado oil, you could do avocados, you could also do ghee, which is a good substitute, MCT oil, olive oil is also good. And I would say watch your portions. You just got to watch your portion control because when I first started too, I dropped weight, but then I noticed that the calorie intake was a little high. But you also get the keto strips to make sure you stay into ketosis. So
Oh, you
Okay.
get the keto strips.
yeah, there's keto strips.
Okay.
Do you have keto strips?
I think I do actually.
Okay,
And
if
whenever
not,
I used to use them, I was
Mhm.
never saying that I was in ketosis.
okay, so you got to get yourself into ketosis. What got me into ketosis really fast is I would take like a half a tablespoon of MCT oil every day.
Hold on, what's MCT oil?
Okay.
I don't know what that is. MCT oil.
So it's a really a good oil that's used for keto, for the
Okay.
keto diet.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a coconut oil in a sense,
Okay.
but I mean, a lot of people that are on keto, you take this oil, you're guaranteed if you stick to everything you're supposed to, you're going to go into ketosis and you're just going to start to see the weight just starts to just fall off and your energy. Now, the first 3 days, like about the third day, there's also this thing called keto flu, and you feel kind of sick, but you get past that and then boom. And if you get keto flu, you know you're in ketosis.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, you see, I'm in love with it.
You are. She's like energetic. This is your thing. This right here.
I
You've
love
hit
it.
your
Yeah.
like passion. She's like MCT oil, and you wear the strips, girl.
Right.
You got to like. No, thank you so much.
But follow Skinny Bish
Thank
Keto.
you.
I put a lot of information up there. Also on my YouTube page. And I'm gonna start, putting a lot more information. Like I really started the brand literally last month, but it's grown. It's like they're so engaged and wanting so much from me. Like it's overwhelming a little bit because I'm like,
Wow.
oh wow, y'all are really into this.
Yeah, because people
So-
want to lose weight, Tori. Everybody's
yeah.
on a diet,
Yeah.
don't you know?
But I was just like, oh my God, I had people like, when's the book coming, Tori? Hurry up. And I'm like, all right, let me hurry up and put this book together. So, I mean, but they're forcing me to like really work a lot faster.
Right.
So I love it. I love it.
Thank
Yeah.
you, caller. Thank you. I got to tell you, I love
Thank
all the
you.
callers and like all across the globe. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's go back to dating.
Oh,
Tori,
no.
come on. Let's talk about dating. Mister, first of all, you're fly. Your shoes are always hot. She's cute. She and I went on a trip to the Middle East
Yes,
together.
we did.
And we had a we had
Qatar,
629
the country
crew.
that I love.
Yes, the 629 crew. For those who know, I mean, we really, really bonded. We had a
Yeah.
blast. We had a good time,
Yeah.
and like that's where we really connected and
Yes,
bond.
yes,
Just
we
knowing
did.
you and
Yeah.
and thank you. So who are you dating? back to that.
You know what? I am doing me right now.
Okay.
I have friends and, I have one special person in my life.
Oh.
But I'm doing me. I just feel like, I was married and I felt like marriage would be forever. And so I don't look at things the same anymore.
Me too.
I don't. So, I'm like, right now things are good with my special person. And, they're good until they're not. But I don't put any, like, I'm not just
But
like,
you're all in. You like.
yeah,
You're
no,
all,
and if I decide to get married again, I will. If not, that's perfectly fine too. Like I'm my right now, my career is
your marriage.
who I'm like.
That's who you're in love with, and
I have to say, yeah, that's why I was up till almost 5 a.m. last night preparing for an audition.
Right,
so,
because this means a lot to you.
yeah,
right?
this is right. And this is at the end of the day, people come, people go, but your career and what God gave you, your passion for it, it's going to be there forever.
It's going to be there. Now, are you tainted a little bit? Because I had to ask myself, was I tainted because my marriage didn't work either? I got a divorce, and what am I bitter? Is this bitter or not? Or is it just? I mean, these are real questions.
Yeah.
Is it bitter?
No,
or
you're
is it
not
just,
bitter.
No. I know. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think I've
so.
No, I'm not bitter. But is
Okay.
it because you said I don't? We both. That's something I say to myself. I thought marriage was forever. I never thought about a divorce. I would have never dreamed that I would get married and get a divorce.
Right.
Right. And so, is it that? Do you feel like? Hey, that's life, or how do you feel about marriage now?
I still love love. I mean, I'm a hopeless romantic. Don't get
Okay.
her. I'm a Pisces.
Okay.
I mean, we
Yeah.
dream about love as soon as you wake up.
Yeah.
Is what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
God, the
It's-
clouds. I
right,
love it.
right. I love love.
Right.
Okay. Valentine's Day is like my favorite holiday. So
Yeah.
like I am that person. But I'm also realizing as I get older, I'm definitely more realistic with what I think love is and how it pertains to me. So like I said, I have that special person in my life.
Okay.
And right now things are good. But who knows what could happen? You just never know. So I'm probably a little tainted. I definitely can admit that I'm probably a little tainted and just a lot more cautious than I was before.
Yeah, because but is it but can we turn this into a positive and say now you know what you want, and not that. Is it when you look back on your marriage, is it that you didn't get the tools, you didn't have the tools, you didn't have the therapy, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have the tools.
Right.
I didn't have the tools to save my marriage.
Okay, I feel like I kind of just was over it. I mean, there was a lot that went on in my marriage. I don't know about yours.
I know, too. Here's a lot in mine, too. We may have had the same marriage. But different people.
Okay, right. So, I mean, it was a lot that went on, from being with somebody when you're a child. We were kids.
Yeah, 19 years old.
I mean, I look down like, Tori, what the hell were y'all thinking?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that we lasted as long as we did, that's a testimony in itself. So I would have to say, number one, I don't recommend nobody, especially a man under the age of 35, to get married. Like,
That's me too. You feel like that. I feel that way too.
Yeah. I mean, and women, especially driven women, I don't think I should have been married that young because I was still so driven and just focused on career too. And, just wanting to be successful that sometimes, I would be like, I ain't got time to worry about this today because I'm going to study.
Yeah.
You go ahead and be crazy if you want to. I got things to do.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even, in it like I should have been too, whereas I look at my mom and dad. I'm like, man, y'all.
How did they do it?
Right.
Mom
like,
and dad, give the secrets up.
Oh, my God, because they got married super young, too. And I'm just like, y'all been the same person your whole life. God, how y'all do it? So, but, I mean, it's a beautiful thing,
Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, what's next for you, Tori? You're a comedian, you're an actress, you're a businesswoman. Like, what would be your dream career or your dream path? What's your dream path?
I would love to land a TV show.
Okay.
That's my dream. Like I have several movies out right now. I'm the independent queen. You know what I'm like? I have 3 movies out right now that are, one is on Tubi, one's on Netflix, one's on Amazon Prime, BET Plus. Like I'm the I'm the independent queen. So
Right.
they come to me for independent films, which I love it because it gets my chops up and
Mm-hmm.
helps me to create. So, but I would definitely love to be on network TV. I've done a few network TV shows.
Right.
I co-hosted Dish Nation, and I've done Tom Joyner Radio. He allowed me to co-host with him. But TV, if I could do TV, and then my credits will go from there, and then I can go on tour. I did my tour.
So is this like a comedy show, or
It
just
could be
like
comedy or drama. Like
Okay.
I'm a dramatic act. One role, the movie that I'm in right now, I play a psychiatrist, and
Oh,
then
okay.
another I played a judge, and then another I just play a crazy wife and mother. But I love comedy and drama.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
you love them both because they're the
Uh-huh.
opposite, right? But
Yeah.
they really, underneath it all, it's the foundation, right?
Right. Most comedians are really good at drama.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are, because they really are pulling from real life
Right.
stories,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. Okay, TV show.
Mhm.
You got a
I'm putting
recipe
it out
book?
there. Y'all hear me? ABC, NBC, CBS.
I know.
Fox.
Listen, she needs her own TV
Yes,
show.
come with it.
I know, she is funny. No, I love that. And how do you like living in LA?
I love LA.
You do.
I
Never would go back to
love
the East
it.
Coast.
Never. I love y'all East Coast, but I ain't never coming back there.
You never are. Oh my
Never.
gosh. I love
Never.
LA too.
It's so beautiful. Did you see the sun
I
shining?
know. Do you see this 80-degree weather outside?
Right. I mean, and
But
it's
you don't
just-
miss the East Coast vibe at all?
Oh, I go to the back east most of the time in the summer.
Oh.
Because back east in Philadelphia in the summer
Is everything.
they got Made in America. They have July 4th. It's Independence. It's the birth, 1776.
It's everything. It's everything.
Yes.
And I love New York and DC. Like
Yes.
every East Coast city, but see, that's what LA doesn't have, that summer breeze, that summer weather. And you know, it gets cold in LA in the summer.
At night. Yeah.
It's like in the daytime it's 80 and you wear a summer dress, and at
Yeah.
night it's like 40.
Yeah,
You gotta
bring
wear
your
damn
leather.
fur. Oh my God. You know what, Tori? I gotta tell you, I love just being around you because your energy is infectious.
I love you too. You have no idea. Look, my special person, I just told him I fell in love with you on the trip. I was just like, I miss Bershan. Like, oh my God, just like I was just lit up. He was like, you really like her. You just light up when you talk about her. I was like, because you don't understand. Because some of the energy was not, we just didn't mesh. But
Right.
me and you, like,
You said-
I mean, we did, and that's
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 life.
real
Hey,
life.
I mean,
Everybody,
women sometimes
yeah.
don't mesh.
Right,
It's okay. And we
right.
should be honest about it.
That's another thing. Like, but be respectful. We may not mesh, but one thing about me, and I think you know this, I'm still going to be very respectful.
You are.
And I'm still going to be kind, even though we may
for
not
sure
mesh.
you are.
But
You're not. You don't got a mean
Yeah.
bone in your body.
No,
Like,
I do.
you know- yeah,
When
but you don't.
if it have to
I
come
know.
out.
Yeah, but I know it could come out, of course. But you don't. But you're still respectful, no
Yeah.
matter what. You're
I don't
respectful.
care because it's respect. I think you respect. It's just, it is what it is. Like, there's no need to be just like,
know.
that's that catty stuff.
We don't care about no cattiness,
Yeah.
girl. We're all about positivity.
Right.
You guys, I just have to say, and I thank you, Tori, for coming on the
Thank
show
you.
because you are amazing. And what is your Instagram? What is your Facebook? What is
Yes.
your Twitter? Let them know how to get in touch with you.
Twitter. I do tweet every now and again.
Okay.
So it's Tori, TORREI _HART. And then my Instagram is TORREIHART. Facebook, Tori Lauren, LORINHART. And Skinny Bish Keto. Skinny Bish, BISH, Keto, KETO.
Now, you know what she really wanted to call it, but
Well,
I
I wanted
know.
to be politically
you had to be
correct.
politically correct and let it
Yes.
be global. We get it. No,
Yeah.
but Tori, you are my girl. Maybe we need to do something together. I love our energy.
I mean, yeah, but it would explode.
It
Trust
will
and
explode.
believe.
You
It would.
and
They
I?
would be like, wait, who are these two girls?
I know. Big personality, loud, real, genuine.
Right.
Girl, thank you so much for coming on this show. I love it. Skinny Bish Keto. Follow Tori Hart. Her
Yes.
story is amazing. She's real. She's honest. She's a businesswoman. She's a comedian. She's an actress. She's a mom. And she is an amazing woman. Thank you
Aw.
so much.
Thanks for
Tori.
having me.
I know. This is good. Yay, you guys. Thank you, loyal followers, for listening to Buckle Up with Bershan. And see you next time.